My boss texted urgently, "Don't come to work tomorrow. HR found out about the fake degree." I stared at my phone screen in complete confusion. What fake degree? I had my bachelor's in marketing from State University, hanging right there on my office wall. I'd graduated 3 years ago with a solid 3.4 GPA and student loans that still haunted my dreams every month. My boss, Derek, had always been a bit paranoid, but this text felt different, more urgent, more terrified. I called him back immediately, but his phone went straight to voicemail. That was weird. Derek lived on his phone like it was a life support system. 20 minutes later, another text arrived. "They're asking questions about everyone's credentials. Mine won't hold up under scrutiny. This is bad." Wait, what? Derek's credentials? I'd always assumed he had some fancy MBA from an expensive school, considering how he threw around business buzzwords like synergy and paradigm shifts in every meeting. But now that I thought about it, I'd never actually seen any diplomas in his office. I decided to do some light internet stalking to figure out what was going on. I pulled up Derek's LinkedIn profile, which claimed he had an MBA from Wharton Business School and a bachelor's from Harvard. Impressive credentials for someone who regularly confused quarterly with quarterfinal and once asked me if Excel could do math automatically. But when I searched for Derek Hoffman on Wharton's alumni directory, nothing came up. Same with Harvard. That was strange, but maybe their databases weren't complete. Then I remembered something weird from last week. Derek had been acting jumpy every time anyone from corporate visited our office. He'd disappear to the bathroom for long periods and come back sweating like he'd just run a marathon. When our regional manager asked about his background during a team meeting, Derek had changed the subject so fast it gave me whiplash. My phone buzzed again. "Pack light. Road trip starts tonight. Don't tell anyone where you're going." Okay, now I was officially concerned. Derek wasn't just worried about getting fired. He sounded like he was planning to flee the country. I called our HR manager, Patricia, to see if I could figure out what was actually happening. "Oh, thank goodness you called," Patricia said, her voice tight with stress. "We need to talk to you immediately. Can you come in early tomorrow?" "About what?" "Derek sent me some confusing texts about not coming to work." Patricia was quiet for a moment. "Where did you get your degree from again?" "State University. Marketing major. Graduated 2021. "Why? And you have the actual diploma? Physical copy?" "Yes. It's hanging in my cubicle." "Patricia, what's going on?" She sighed heavily. "We're conducting an audit of all employee credentials after discovering some irregularities. Derek's been very helpful in providing us with information about the hiring process." The way she said "very helpful" made it sound like Derek had thrown everyone under the bus to save himself. But what could he possibly say about my legitimate degree? My phone rang. Derek calling from a number I didn't recognize. "Listen carefully," he said, his voice shaking. "I may have accidentally included your name when I was explaining how the degree verification system worked." "What degree verification system?" "Derek, you're not making any sense." "The one I used to enhance our resumes. Look, I thought I was helping everyone get better positions. The company wanted candidates with more impressive educational backgrounds, so I found a way to provide that." My stomach dropped. "What exactly did you do to my resume?" "I upgraded your degree to a master's from Northwestern. It looked more competitive. And maybe I added some honors that weren't technically on your original transcript." I pulled up my employee file on the company website. Sure enough, my profile listed a master's degree in marketing from Northwestern University, magna cum laude, credentials I definitely didn't have. "Derek, this is fraud. This is actual prosecutable fraud." "I know. That's why we need to leave town before they figure out how deep this goes." "We? I'm not going anywhere. I didn't ask you to fake my credentials." But Derek had already hung up. 2 minutes later, I got a text from an unknown number. "Meet me at the Denny's on Route 9 in 1 hour. Come alone. Destroy this phone after reading." Full story on my channel and linked below.